Hey, good noontime, everybody. It's LALATE. Your $1,400 third stimulus check could be in the mailbox outside right now, outside of the mailbox. Because guess what? The vast majority of you are getting the stimulus check by mail. But in this recording, I'll be jumping in the live chat and interacting with you and answering your questions, especially if you're on the Direct Express card by Comerica, especially if you're on SSI and SSDI. Also, I'll be answering your questions about that $10,200 of unemployment that is now coming as a tax refund. I'll be explaining that detail as well. That $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness that is now going to consideration for legal authority for executive order. I'll be answering those questions as well. And also, I'll be talking about forced stimulus and how the reconciliation process could set up those reoccurring stimulus checks when the bill lands in the Senate. It's a great day. I'm so excited you're here. And this is Noontime LA. Hey, good noontime, everybody. How are you? Hope your day is going well. Almost made it to the weekend. You ready to crush the weekend? First, crush the subscribe button. This channel is now in birthday month. And boy, we're really excited for you. I hope you're excited as well. April 25th is the one-year anniversary of this channel. Let's try to get to 400,000 subscribers by then. Let's do it. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm ranking. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. The link's at the top of the chat and also the pinned comment. You want to become a member because every day you get the PDFs of what is happening across the board. One of the PDFs that I want to go over right now is that $10,200. This is a big one. Let's start first with that $10,200. IRS yesterday in a major announcement said that if you filed your 2020 tax return and paid money on your unemployment benefits, we will send you a tax refund check. What's important to know is that this is just for the people who filed their tax return, the 2020 already. If you have not filed your 2020 tax return and think you are owed money back, don't worry, because Treasury announced as well that they are going to give you an update about that in the next few days. So I will have that update for you. Who will that include? It will include viewers who had taxes taken out every week when they got their unemployment benefits, or people like that who think that they had payment on their unemployment sometime in 2020 and need that money to come back to them. Remember, this is federal taxes. This is not state taxes. State taxes have nothing to do with the federal government. This is the federal government making that return. If you have any questions about that, drop in the comments right now and I'll answer your questions about this $10,200 tax refund for anyone who filed their 2020 tax return, paid taxes on it. Incredible, great news. Next, let me cut to the other item of huge breaking developing news just minutes ago. That is the student loan debt forgiveness. If you have a student loan of any value up to $50,000, the president is now considering forgiving it by executive order. He dispatched his education secretary to prepare a memo about the legal authority whether to forgive it or not, and the president will review it in about 2 weeks from now. This is for anyone who has any student loan debt of any type, of any age. And with that, let me cut to the third stimulus check and questions about that right now. The third stimulus check, $1,400, comes in waves. Each Wednesday is another wave, but the wave actually starts on Fridays. The stimulus waves always start on Fridays. They send them out for direct deposit and mail on Fridays. On Saturdays, they update the tool to the extent that it works to reflect what they sent out the night before on Friday. Then on Saturday, also, some of the smaller banks start to release the funds. because they got them last night on Friday. On Monday and Tuesday, they released them as well. Then on Wednesday, the big banks and Direct Express by Comerica releases the stimulus checks. And then Thursday and Friday, the money is it lands in the mail. While I was going through that, one person just posted a comment, Sandy Correa. Is April 7th the day for people on SSI and SSDI? Thank you for that great question. The answer is no. The answer is people on SSI and SSDI are literally every day. They are not just one day. This is what's important to know. SSI and SSDI viewers of this channel got stimulus checks in early March. They got it on March 14th. They got it on, March 17th. They got it on March 24th. They got it on March 31st. They're getting it today, and they're going to get it tomorrow, and they're going to get it this weekend, and they'll get it Monday and Tuesday. There's not one day for one group. Why is this happening? Every week on a Friday, Treasury sends out money for mail checks and also for direct deposit. Direct deposit recipients of SSI and SSDI have gotten stimulus checks since wave 1, and then wave 2, and then this week, wave 3. But hundreds of thousands of SSI and SSDI viewers have gotten alerts that they are not going by Direct Express by Comerica or by big banks like Bank America. They're going in the mail, and they were given mail dates. So if you go to the irs.gov tool and there shows no result for your name, you need to presume that there's a possibility yours could be in that wave of mail checks already out. From wave 2 that are now late from March 26, or wave 3 that's later this week that is about to come right away. There is no one date for one bank, and there's not one date for one type of person, like veterans or Social Security. Now, veterans have issued that statement that says they will be a cleanup week for week 5. But again, I've had veterans get stimulus checks since week 1. So along the way, you don't want to miss any stimulus check as it hits. Thank you for that great question. Let me jump back into the live chat right now and see other questions that people are asking. And that was a wonderful question. You're so dedicated to the people. I thank you. Thank you, Mickey. It seems like it's the same old thing every week, says Martha. It is. It's absolutely the same old thing. The way Treasury does this is very routine. Goes out Friday, posts the tool on Saturday, lands by direct deposit in the big banks on Wednesday, and mail on Thursday and Friday. Ronnie Jones. So I have no info. I'm on SSA. So if you have no results in the IRS tool, what should you think about that? There's 2 possibilities. 1, your check has not gone out. Or 2, it has gone out and the tool doesn't work. The tool updates itself every Saturday when another wave goes out. So for example, for Ronnie, let's say his check goes out on this coming Friday. The tool, if it worked, would put his name in the tool on Saturday. It would not have his name in the tool right now if he goes out this coming Friday. That is when the tool works. But sometimes the tool doesn't work. So Ronnie, for example, could have had a stimulus check go out March 26th, and if the tool doesn't work, it's not showing it's in the mail for Ronnie. That's why Ronnie needs to watch the mail every day. Great question. There's Joseph B. The IRS tool never worked for me. Very well said. Thank you for your comment, Joseph. I've had viewers who have said they got the first stimulus check, second stimulus check, and third stimulus check, and the tool has never said they're even getting a check. Justin Hopkins with a great, helpful comment. No check, mail date was March 26, and guess what? It just showed today, April 1st. Wow, this is very helpful news. Did anyone else get a mail check in the mail today? And what date did it show? Justin, thank you so much for that helpful comment. This shows you how late Justin's check was. He's one of hundreds of thousands of viewers who are March 26, and it just showed up today. Arlene with a great question. Is the debit card they send you in the mail, if it's stolen, can anyone activate it? I think the questions the debit card asks for is your social security number and your date of birth. So if they don't know it, they can't activate it. And I think, if I recall also, I think your name is on the debit card, if I recall correctly. So most banks will not honor it unless you have a driver's license to confirm that's your identity. So no, it is very, very difficult to get the money off the card if it's not you. Are people on disability getting stimulus on April 7th? Joseph B. People on SSDI have gotten stimulus checks since wave 1. It could come any minute by mail, and it could also come this weekend by direct deposit. So Beth Porter is a March 26 mail person, and nothing yet. There is Michelle. My dear friend, no check, but I'm stressing just yet. I know IRS and mail is slow as molasses. No reason to stress. Michelle has a great question. How many viewers have not gotten stimulus checks? Michelle's basically asking. I would say that more viewers than not have not gotten stimulus checks. The vast majority of viewers of this channel still have not gotten their stimulus check. If you see how many stimulus check, where is my stimulus check type videos are on this channel per day, you see why, because there's so many people that don't have it. So there is Chase for Carolyn. So Carolyn, what you need to know is Chase only pays checks on the Wednesdays. So your check may be in the mail if it didn't go to Chase. If it's not in the mail, it would only post on Wednesdays. Jessica, she has a March 26 check as well. There's Ray, he has a March 26 check as well. So we have a lot of people from, how many people are in the chat right now from March 26 that have it missing? If you are March 26 and have yet to get that March 26, drop in the comment right now, March 26. And if you got anything today, also drop in the comments. Let's hope the chat doesn't go too fast. Arlene says, I got the first and second a certain way. Am I going to get the third the same way? Nope. Treasury specifically says if you got the first and second a certain way, you may or may not get the third one the same way. It can totally come in a different way. Oh, so Arlene said, my friend's mail date was April 2nd and got it today. Oh, no, didn't get it today. Didn't get it today. So that shows it's not coming on time. So Beth is a March 26. Dee Dee is a March 26. There's Cameron, who's a March 26. Sharon, Ray, Sherry, Justin, who just got it. Brian. So we see a lot of people in the chat who are missing March 26. Charlotte is in April 2nd. So we're seeing some more April people as well. Ray is a March 26, doesn't have the check. And Brian is a March 26, doesn't have the check. Oh, Fun Times is a March 26, but got it last Saturday. Thank you. So what's important you need to know for the March 26 check people is the following. March 26 checks are just late. I mean, there's no way else to say it. Those checks have been coming late. They came on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week, and more came yesterday, and you see their check came today. So those March 26 checks are late. We're now seeing, as we noticed in the chat, those some April 2nd checks, which is for tomorrow, have yet to show up as well. Meantime, there's new video from the White House about the president addressing what he's going to do going forward. Let's listen to this new video released from the White House just minutes ago.
Historic cabinet. This is a first in American history to Cabinet looks like America. That's what we promised we were going to do, and we've done it. And I'm grateful that the Senate acted in a bipartisan way at a modern record speed to get the cabinet confirmed. It's hard to believe, but we're among the quickest formed of all cabinet members being put in place. We have a lot to discuss, but while the press is here, I want to make one announcement. Yesterday in Pittsburgh, I laid out my vision for rebuilding America with the America's Jobs program. And while most of the cabinet will have a role in helping shape and press the jobs plan, today I'm announcing that I'm asking 5 cabinet members to take special responsibility to explain the plan to the American public. Working with my team here in the White House, these cabinet members will represent me in dealing with Congress, engage the public in selling the plan, and help work out the details as we refine it and move forward. These 5 members will be Pete Buttigieg, Jennifer Granholm, Marcia Fudge, Marty Walsh, and Gina Raimondo. And I think I want to thank them in advance for the role they're going to play with this added assignment I'm asking them to take on. And we'll be discussing that today, and among other things. And one of those other things, our administration, is a commitment to Buy American, the plan we're putting forward, to make sure that when the government is spending taxpayers' money, that they're spending it on American-made goods, American corporations, and American employees. Today, I'm directing every member of the cabinet, I mean this sincerely, everyone, to take a hard look at their agency spending and make sure it follows my Buy American standard, which we set out in January.
What you're hearing here is the President's reflection on the fourth stimulus package introduced yesterday. If you're just joining me, the President's fourth stimulus package will go by reconciliation. The breaking news delivered on this channel right before this was the following. There was a lot of breaking news today. Number one, Mitch McConnell has just announced that the Republicans will oppose the fourth stimulus package, which means it's going to go by reconciliation. This is great news for you because reoccurring stimulus checks every month is what the Senate Democrats are going to put in the bill when it lands in the Senate. Huge, great news. Number two, that incredible push by Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren for no less than 5 months has finally turned the corner. The president announced minutes ago that his education secretary will write a memo to determine the legal validity of forgiving $50,000 of student loan debt. This memo will be delivered in the next 2 weeks, and at which time the president will make a determination whether by executive order he wants to forgive $50,000 of student loan debt. Next, if you're just joining me, there's a series of unusual economic factors that are contradictory. One, the labor numbers were not good today as the jobless claims increased and continuing long-term unemployment stayed relatively high. But the GDP numbers, growth of the economy, shot up, not particularly enormous, but they're expecting big numbers for second quarter. Meantime, let's cut back to that $14 third stimulus check. Viewers have been asking, is there a particular day for a particular bank? No. Every bank is in each wave. The big banks release the funds on Wednesdays. The smaller banks release the funds on Saturday, Mondays, and Tuesdays. The mail checks, however, can come any day of the week. Mail checks started to show up today, as one viewer in the live chat just confirmed again, for that March 26 wave. We currently have late checks for March 26, which are landing today on April 1st. And then we have wave 3 checks starting tomorrow for April 2nd. There's I am spent. Nothing today, but I have a normal pending for April 2nd for SSDI. I got my check early, says Marilyn. Congratulations. Does anyone else have questions about the delivery of their stimulus check or their bank? Because I'll answer those questions as well. Always there's someone that always has something very fascinating that I don't always consider. Yesterday, someone asked me about how the debit card works for the stimulus check. It was a question which I had never thought of bridging, and I really appreciated that. What if we don't get April 7th, either by the mail or direct deposit? Then when? What, Carolyn? Um, I believe that could be a possibility for some viewers. If you believe you should be the recipient of the stimulus check, you're not dependent on someone's tax return, you do not have a payee, then you would fall into wave 5. Treasury has told some viewers when they've called them on the phone that they're going to continue to do waves until everyone gets their stimulus check. I have to say that I've seen a lot of people not get their stimulus check still. So that is still at issue. What is the difference between big bank and small bank, says Peter? Oh, that's a great question. Thank you, Peter. The small banks are only the following: H&R Block, Cash App, Chime, Bancorp, also NetSpend, MetaBank, TurboTax as well. Those are the ones that have paid the stimulus checks out on Saturdays through Tuesdays. I'll say that list again: Chime, Cash App, Bancorp, MetaBank, NetSpend, H&R Block, Green Emerald Card, and TurboTax. All the rest wait to release them on Wednesdays. That's a great question. So Lynn says, the IRS tool is not working for me, and I don't know what number I am, so I just keep on checking the mail. Absolutely. That is what you should do. Lynn is doing exactly what she should do. If you use the IRS tool and it's not working for you, you need to presume that you may be in the mail. So you need to watch that mail every day. You may be a wave 2 mail check or a wave 3 mail check. So Stephanie, PNC Bank, that would be only a Wednesday. So every bank other than the ones I mentioned, it would only post on either Wednesday or not post and come by the mail. Are you sure that SSA is going out for April 7th for Direct Express? No, I'm actually saying it may not. I've made very, very clear that each wave there are mail checks and they are deposit checks. And so some will get Direct Express by Comerica on April 7th. And some of those Direct Express by Comerica consumers checks will not come by Direct Express, but rather in the mail. Great question. What about Safe Credit Union? Don't know anything about that one. That may likely come only on a Wednesday. I got Green Dot Bank on a Friday. Yes, I forgot to mention Green Dot. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's from David Cavaretta. Thank you for that, David, for the comment. So here's David. He got Green Dot on a Friday. Yes, I have seen Green Dot sometimes pay on a Friday. I'm direct deposit Chase, so I doubt I'll see a check unless by mail, says Mar Brox. I've had a lot of viewers get Chase on Wednesdays, but if you don't see a check, if you don't see a deposit from Chase on Wednesday, which a lot of viewers have gotten, then watch the mail every other day because it may come in the mail. What if the letter shows up before the check or deposit? That's a really great question. So that's from Gunnerfelt. So if you get the letter that says, "Hi, we just sent you a check," you should be of concern. That means the check has been lost. Now make careful note that is the third stimulus check. The second stimulus check letters are landing recently. So some people are seeing the second stimulus, the Trump stimulus check letter, and they think it's for this one. It's for the prior one. So just make sure which one it is. Citibank, that's a big one. So that would only make the deposits available on Wednesdays. If not, it's in the mail. There's Alan with a March 26. It's very hot. Yeah, Jerry saw me heard me sniffling. It's very hot here right today. Extremely warm weather right at the moment. What about 53rd Bank? I don't know that one, but that might again also be a Wednesday. I check the mail, I check the IRS tool, and I check my account every day. Christine, wonderful comment. Can someone take Christine's comment and frame it? She checks the mail, she checks the IRS tool, and she checks her direct deposit every day. I love that. The only thing I would change with that is I would check the tool maybe at least twice on Saturday, and I would double check the direct deposit maybe twice on Wednesdays, because those are key days for that as well. My friend, if my friend doesn't get a stimulus check tomorrow for April 2nd, how long after that should he expect, Arlene? That's a great question. So the wave 2 March 26 mail checks, they are literally now, let's see, 5, 6, 7. They're almost 7 days late. So someone just told us in this chat their March 26 check showed up today, April 1st. What is that, 6 days late? So I would guess I would hold out to at least 6 days late. Someone said Wood Forest released theirs on Tuesday morning. Well, thank you. That's very helpful, Brian. So Wood Forest did release theirs on Tuesday. And Restajo Sparks, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Restaso to the family. Remember to always welcome people that become new members. Thank you, Restajo, for coming to Purple Hawk. Is there an email I can use to send the papers to track my stimulus? No. So the only way you can track your stimulus is with the irs.gov tool, and then also going to the US Postal Service's website to track it if it's in the mail as well. If I'm on SSI and SSDI and do not file taxes, do I still get stimulus? Absolutely, Judy. So that's a great question. If you're on benefits, do you still get a stimulus check? Yes. Let me go over everyone who gets a stimulus check and everyone who doesn't get a stimulus check. These are the people who do not get stimulus checks. You are dependent on someone else's tax return, or you have a representative payee. You don't get one because it goes to them. Also, if you are a dependent in a household that has more than 4 people, you don't get a stimulus check. So let's say the household is husband, wife, 2 kids, and a grandma. Well, that's a 5-person household. There's only 4 stimulus checks per household. So that one of those people may not get a stimulus check in the household. Who gets a stimulus check? Everyone else besides that, who make less than $75,000 a year. And those stimulus checks are going through these series of waves. You're just joining me. The first wave was March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. The second wave was March 24th. The third wave was this Wednesday. And ultimately, the viewers are doing a really, really great job now of understanding the message. Every day, check the mail. Every day, check the direct deposit. Every day, check the irs.gov tool. Do not miss the mail, because the stimulus check could arrive any day in the mail, no matter who you are. If you're on Direct Express by Comerica, yes, it could be in the mail. If you're on SSI and SSDI, yes, it could be in the mail. If you're a Bank of America or Chase customer, yeah, it could be in the mail. And that mail check could come anytime. Meantime, the 4th wave is pushed out this Friday, and then the tool updates itself this Saturday. The tool may never work for some viewers. And if it never works, then you just have to repeat those 3 processes every day. Mail, deposit, tool. Look at them each day to make sure you don't miss it. Wave 3 we're currently in. Those March 26 checks are still very late. One viewer just reported he got his just today, April 1st. So that's almost 7 days late. Wave 3 checks, April 2nd. No one has yet reported getting those April 2nd checks, 3rd or 4th or 5th. If you get it, send me a DM or a private message. I love to see that as well. If you're also joining me, let me tell you the breaking news, which is the president is now considering forgiving the $50,000 student loan debt. He will determine it by executive order memorandum analysis over the next 2 weeks. He's yet to make the final determination, yes or no. Second, the president now sees that he has to do the 4th stimulus package by reconciliation. This is great news for you, because the Senate Democrats will be putting those reoccurring stimulus checks in there. That came after Mitch McConnell about 2 hours ago said that all Republicans will vote against the bill. What a big day it is. A lot of breaking developing news. And that's a great question. So Cronny asked, will the Senate parliamentarian decide on the reconciliation? So let me explain this. Mitch McConnell has one guaranteed reconciliation that he absolutely can use, and then one questionable one, which we don't know if he can use. It's unclear which one he's going to use for this one. Insiders claim that he's asking the Senate parliamentarian about the questionable one right now so he can have a determination. But if she says no, no worry, because he has the guaranteed one he can use. So he has one guaranteed one and one questionable one. And he will do this by recon. So that was a great question. Thank you for joining me on Noontime LALATE. It's been a big day, and I'll be back with you on Afternoons LALATE in just a few minutes. Stay informed, stay focused. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single thing that happens across the board. Also, like this video. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcio VIP. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay LALATE for more.